But plumber Chuck Licata has got a few surprises, too.
I'm gonna have to pull out some secret weapons when I go against the Gladiators. Can't reveal them, though. I want them to know my secrets.
Guy, 195-pounder, Bakersfield, California, call him the Candyman. His opponent is Licata. He says, doesn't like Saber a bit. Saber, he says, you got a bad attitude, doesn't like your bald head. What are you gonna do about that?
I'm gonna clean his pipes.
Gladiator Arena, the power is on, and get ready for a double dose of electricity. Hi again, everyone. I'm Mike Adamley, and glad you could join us as 4 contenders are pumped up and ready to strut their stuff against the American Gladiators. And they run the gamut from game warden to dietitian, plus one guy who drove 8 hours just to try out. His line of work, well, I'm going to let my co-host Lisa Milosky explain that one. Lisa?
Thanks, Mike. Well, Chuck, my friend here, is a plumber by trade, and he never leaves home without this. Now, Chuck, I understand you have a motto.
Yep, my motto is, Chuck Licata is my name, and away go Gladiators down the drain.
Oh, boy. Well, I'm wondering if this plunger will come into play at all today.
Well, it's the intimidation device. I'll leave it on the sidelines just so they can see it, get them a little scared, and when they start to get nervous, that's when I'll take them.
That's when he'll take it. Well, we'll see what happens, Mike. Back to you in the arena.
Well, Lisa, I know Chuck's ready, but he'll need more than a motto and a plunger to take home the top prize money of $2,500 and be eligible for our Tournament of Champions, where he can win $30,000 in cash and prizes. Round 1, event number 1, swing shot. Our Gladiators ready to go. It's Nitro and Saber. Now, let's go to the tail of the tape. Chuck, 25 years old, 5'8", 175, a plumber from Lake Ronkonkoma, New York. Daniel Downs, 31, 6'1", 195, a Hershey's account supervisor from Temecula, California. It's a white-collar, blue-collar kind of matchup. Swing shot, a 60-second game. Contenders simply have to bounce off those towers and try to grab either the red, blue, or yellow scoring markers. Reds are worth 3, blues are worth 2, yellows are worth 1. And look for a lot of mid-air collisions, because the Glads will be trying to stop our contenders from scoring. Swing shot is brought to you by Sprite. Image is nothing, thirst is everything. Obey your thirst, Sprite. The plumber in the black uniform. The account supervisor, Daniel Downs, in the white. Neither man can get close. Licata has a yellow scoring marker. To make it count, he's got to put it back in a scoring bin. And I erred earlier. Chuck was able to get a blue. I didn't see it. Nitro had shielded him. Boy, what a fight for that one. The plumber calls himself a scrapper, and he has scrapped for all the points he has gotten so far, but we're winding down. 5 seconds to go. Chuck's got another one. He's got to put it back in the bin to make it count. He can't deposit it, but he does get 2 yellow markers, 1 blue one, for a total of 4 points. 4-0. Licata wins it. Swing shot is supposed to be a non-contact event, but as you can see, a lot of contact.
Chuck, very nice work. You told me before this event that you didn't care what event it was. You just wanted to get this thing underway. You were so excited.
Yeah, I am. I know these guys hit hard. I'm used to the hard hitting. I got an older brother at home, and I'm a hockey player, so I can take whatever they got.
That's right. And you don't wear a face mask in hockey. You don't wear one here.
No way.
All right. Thanks a lot, Chuck.
And he nearly gets checked into the cylinder here. Nitro, wham, right there. That had to hurt. Time to tug, round number 2 for the men. The plumber leads the Candyman 4-zip. But bad news for both contenders as they draw laser. He'll be doing his darndest to reel both men in. Chuck Licata, one tough New York kid. He's only 5'8", but don't let that fool you. He can take the hits.
I play hockey. I've been abused a lot. I could take a beating. I got an older brother who's kind of big, and I used to wrestle him all the time. Wrestle him. He throws me around my whole life. He'd throw me around, beat on me, but I could take it.
Chuck hoping not to get thrown around here. He will try to pull Laser off that platform or pull the rope away from him. If he can get that red ribbon to his side of the midline after 30 seconds is up, he's got 5 points and a draw. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Well, wait a minute. This is going to boil down to a question of who left the platform first. Laser had Chuck off balance and then lost balance himself right there. Here's Larry with the call.
In a very exciting and explosive match, the rule is whoever leaves the platform first is the loser. And in this particular case, it was Laser, so the victory goes to the contenders.
Larry, you're wrong.
I know that.
So the Plumber opens up a 14-point lead on Daniel Downs. It looks as sinister and daunting as ever. Round 3 for our men. There it is. Our 32-foot wall and a look down from the summit where our contenders are waiting. Chuck Licata, the Plumber.
Come on. Get a shot of these shoes down here. This is awesome. Look at those shoes. I'm going to give him a pair of mine.
Watch out, Laser. They may be suction cups. And Daniel Downs, he's looking for his first points today. He draws the Hawkster.
I hope that bald head's not from him being up in the clouds so much by climbing rocks.
Actually, Daniel, pretty good-natured about his receding hairline, gave us these baby pictures to prove that he did have hair at one time in his life. His motto now, since I don't have much on top, I'll try to get to the top. But getting there will be a struggle. Here they go. Daniel on the left. Chuck Licata on the right. Look out, Chuck. You better get over that middle ridge there because Laser is hot on your heels. A leaping lunge by Laser pulls the Plumber off. But Daniel Downs is looking good and Hawk is falling off. Daniel Downs, who's looking for his first points of the competition, getting mighty close to heaven. He's done it. Well, if Chuck Licata is feeling any trepidation, the Plumber's sure not showing it. He's got his fan club in place. That's his girlfriend, Lisa. Chuck primed for a big effort here against Turbo. Chuck now trailing by 1 after Daniel Downs' draw. Swinging right down the middle. Turbo waiting for the Plumber to make a move. Hey, Chuck looking pretty good. Whoops. Whoops. Turbo had to be careful there. One of the rules, Gladiators not allowed to pull the contender off using the uniform. Chuck going every which way up there. Looking for another ring, and he lost his grip. Lost his grip with 11 seconds left on the clock. Had his chance. Turbo put a lot of pressure on him. So the score remains 15-14 after 4 rounds. And the Hang Tough experience just as nerve-wracking for Lisa as it was for the Plumber. Lisa did everything. Round 5 coming up. The men set for Powerball, the most physical event we have on the American Gladiators. A look at Daniel Downs. He leads Chuck Licata 15-14 after 4 rounds. A look at Chuck Licata. Scored early, but he's been shut out in the last 2 events.
Snap, crackle, pop, baby. Here we go. It's showtime.
And Daniel Downs, Candyman, you wanted Nitro, you've got him here. Powerball, 45 seconds of letting it all hang out. Goals in the outer cylinder worth 2 points. A goal in the center cylinder worth 3. Sabre, Hawk, and Nitro set to go against our two contenders. Great move past Hawk. He's got some quicks here. Very nice move. He tight-roped his way down the outside and then went to the center cylinder and scored. That time Hawk stops him. Daniel gets a very hard-earned goal in the outer cylinder. Chuck elusive, but not elusive enough there. 10 seconds to go. Licata going for more. A big jam up there. And he pounded it home. That is it. Great effort by the plumber from New York. A man who once worked in a 3-foot crawl space underneath a restaurant, just part of his job as a plumber. The only way he could do his job was to get rid of the rats down there. Well, he had 3 big rats in the person of our 3 gladiators, Sabre, Hawk, and Nitro.
You know, ask a good NFL running back how they made a great move or how they scored a touchdown. They can't tell you. It happens in the blink of an eye. Chuck, you made 2 great moves out there. You scored 7 points, and I know you don't know how you did it, but we're going to give you an opportunity to tell us how here on the Slim Jim Super Screen. Here's goal number 1 in the center cylinder.
Well, I saw the opening for the 2. I took a quick look and saw the middle open. That's why I took the chance. And paid off.
Now the next one, this is a real Houdini job. How you got out of this, I'll never know.
Oh, I don't know. I thought I was down, but I just stood up as hard as I could, saw the basket was right there. Put it home.
Is this everything you thought it would be?
Definitely, and then some. These guys are tough, man.
You look at yourself as a representative for blue-collar guys everywhere?
Definitely. Everybody thinks you can do it. Come down, give it a chance, see what you got.
All right, plumber, way to go. The plumber, Chuck Licata. And a little high-fiving from friends and family on the discussion between Laser and Nitro. The event, break through and conquer. It's crunch time, round 6 for our men. Good battle going on between Daniel Downs and Chuck Licata. Chuck leading by 2, 21-19. He's up first.
Laser will be inside the conquering, and Nitro is first up in breakthrough. A 2-part game where contenders can earn 10 points. Chuck, a feisty little package of dynamite.
Chuck's got some quicks. Pretty nice little move. Can he squirt away? No. Nitro knocks him out of bounds. Not before Chuck gave it a great effort. And Laser, a ball of fire in that conquering. The plumber trying to go low. His head is being controlled by Laser. That's what you need to do if you're the Glad inside that ring. 10 seconds expires, no points for Chuck Licata. So the door now open for the Candyman, Daniel Downs.
Little of the fun, little of the blood. Got to take both of them if you love it.
For the men, it's Candyman, Dan Downs, who gets the 1.5-second head start. But is he sweet enough to hold it? The plumber from New York, Chuck Licata, doesn't want to see $2,500 go down the drain. He's hoping to pull the plug on Dan. He's with Lisa.
Hey, Chuck, guess what I have? I'm back with the plunger. You said never get in the way of a plumber with the plunger, so I brought it in for some inspiration.
Well, I'm just going to give it everything I got. I'm not holding back one thing.
Let's go.
Well, Chuck, bad news. You can't use the plunger on the way up the Versa Climber. We'll give it to you after the race. On course for the Gladiators, Laser and Sabre. They will watch this one with great anticipation, just like the rest of the fans here at Gladiator Arena. The Candyman, Daniel Downs on the left. The plumber, Chuck Licata, on the right. Here they go. And it's the Candyman, Dan Downs, the district account supervisor for the Hershey Chocolate Company in Temecula, California, who still has the edge. He may have increased his lead, but he's got to stop to catch his breath after the hand bite. Licata still going. Daniel Downs goes down. Licata has taken the lead. This is a man, just to make it to our tryouts, drove 8 hours from New York to Pittsburgh. And now he's here in Gladiator Arena, perhaps ready to enjoy the finest moment of his athletic life. He's a scrapper and he hasn't quit all day long. Daniel Downs now really faltering. He's only on the zip line. Chuck Licata, what a little stud. I love it. And he's got a great time going for himself, breaking the barrier in a time of 1:06. And that is one of the fastest we've had all year. Hats off to our plumber from New York. Daniel Downs certainly has come too far to quit. He breaks the barrier. His day is done, but he made a lot of fans along the way.
Good job.
Chuck, I can't believe it. I guess the kiss really worked, Mr. Plumber. Nice job.
Well, I guess it did. I reached down deep, just pulled out no. I can't even talk. Gave it everything I got, never quit, never.
Is that sweeter than any